goes right to it, doesn't it? Guys, what is happening? 3 o'clock-ish. We're doing a very special Foodies and Friends today. We've got Katie Stone here with us. Big day. Introduce our guest.
Houston Restaurant Week 2022 begins today. I'm sure you guys have been watching all the Fox 46 coverage since the middle of July. We are out in Vintage Park today at a very, very special restaurant. Chef Paul Friedman, the Chef's Table. Welcome.
Katie, I'm so excited. You have no idea.
Just wait. Fun. You guys have no idea what he's got in store. This guy is a genius.
Well, let's just not forget your mom started something, and her and I did many of these shows on Fox. Yeah. We go way back, and she was amazing, and what she's done, and the legacy that she left, and you taking over. Just incredible. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you. Well, I cannot do this without the support of the restaurants and, of course, our dear friend Ruben and Fox 26, who puts all these incredible restaurants. Ruben will probably get to maybe 75 segments before HRW 2022 is finished. How does that make you feel?
I'm ready to do it. Yeah, Katie and I were talking this morning after the morning show. We were getting ready to come, and I said, it was I met you through her mom. So
yes, exactly.
That's when I met you. Yeah, it was a long time ago. Let's talk food.
Yes, of course.
So Chef wants to go in order, right? Yes, you want to go in order. So if you take a look at our website, HoustonRestaurantMix.com, pull up the Chef's Table menu. You can follow along. We're going to go in order and show you guys what he's created. And first on our Chef Cam is...
Right, so we're going to start with what's on our lunch menu. Right? Okay. But I do want to preface this, is that August used to be one of our slowest months.
Right.
But since the inception of the Houston Restaurant Mix and your mom doing this, August has become the busiest month of the year.
And that's amazing.
We go out of our way to make sure that we're giving an amazing opportunity
for
people to come and try our food. And there's going to be people coming from all over Houston. Yeah. And this is a great opportunity for us with one little restaurant here to expose ourselves to everyone. So I'm really grateful.
Awesome. I love it.
So we're going to start off with our menu. We have a lunch menu. We do have a 2-course.
Okay.
You can have either soup or salad to start with, and a few other things.
Okay.
But I'm going to show you right now a Greek salad.
We've got the salad on the foodie cam.
All right.
Look at it.
I love doing Greek salad. I've been to the Greek Isles many times, and that's where I got the inspiration to do that. So we're going to try some of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Grab it, Katie.
Yes.
Grab it. Bring it.
All right. The olive. This is definitely.
Yeah, so I'm just going to put a little bit on your plate.
Okay.
We got a lot of food to get through.
We got to start slow.
So we're definitely going to start slow.
Okay,
Chef went all out, you guys.
All right. So we'll move that along. There we go.
Let's get in there.
Yummy.
Thank you.
So what's all the yummy? I see a lot of stuff in here.
So Greek, traditionally, you're going to have just cucumbers, tomatoes, and onions, and feta cheese. Not much more to that, but I've added romaine lettuce, which is, it has nutritional value, and I make my homemade dressing. So the dressing.
Where did that salad go? Yeah. Okay.
Can I have some more, please?
Thank you.
Yeah. And then another thing that I like to do, so you've got capers and you've got Calamari olives. And then another thing that I like to introduce to you is this, like the seasoning that I put. Okay, this is my homemade seasoning.
Oh.
It has a dehydrated pineapple in it. It's got a whole bunch of other things. But people ask me for salt and pepper. I was like,
nope, do it.
This is what you're going to have.
Get a little on there.
Just a little on there.
It doesn't need anything on it, really.
Yeah, well, I know, but just want to give you a little enhance there.
It's incredible.
And I want to just caution you. You need to slow down.
Right.
There's a lot of food we're going to get through today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So first of all, this is very important to us. We like to get back into our community, and this helps us to do that.
Thank you.
And it's not just about getting back into the community, but exposing ourselves to the things that we love to do. And it's not just about making money. We're blessed to be in a position where we can actually give back. And especially with what's happening in the restaurant business.
Absolutely.
We're grateful. We're excited that things are turning around and that we're able to be back in the business.
100%.
And what a great way to kick it off.
Absolutely.
Doing Houston restaurant food.
Chef, and we have our second dish is up here, or second offering is on Foodie Cam if you want to take a look at it.
Yes, this is going to be a very interesting little, it looks like a tomato,
right?
But it actually is a pepper dip. And the Pendurada was founded quite like 12 years ago, I think, in South Africa. A guy was walking on the border between the Limpopo River, Botswana, and South Africa, and he saw these tomatoes like growing on the vine. It was early in the morning, and there was like mist all over it.
Right.
And he took it and he found it and he ate it, and he thought it was a tomato, but it wasn't. It was a fruit. And so I stuffed this with cream cheese, and it's become one of the most famous little appetizers on the menu.
What is it called?
So it's called a pepper dude. So he named it Pepper because he pickled it.
Okay.
And then the dude that was on the
Pepper
plant
dude.
in the morning,
Okay.
he decided to put it in.
Okay. Got it.
And you take one and just put the whole thing in your mouth.
Oh,
You just
okay.
take one, yeah.
We're very casual here.
Sure.
We're just doing, we get rid of the little parsley there. There you go.
So I tried these last time I was here. I was blown away. Like, I want a very large jar of these things.
Yep.
Aren't they amazing?
Chef,
I know.
well done.
Like-
That was fantastic.
Cross between pepper, fruit, vegetable. Like, it's all.
It's like a peppery fruit.
It's all mixed in.
And cream cheese and chops.
Yeah.
That is
How can
delicious.
you go wrong?
And while Katie is sampling, Chef, back to your seasoning.
Yes.
So, can we get this here at the restaurant,
Yes,
online?
we-
How do we get this?
Yes, right now it's available on our retail section. When you come into the restaurant, there's a whole section.
I saw that up front.
I know,
I
right?
love sauces and seasonings,
Oh,
man.
yeah. I mean, really, people like, when they come in here, like, oh, what is this? What is it?
Right.
Well, after that, they're taken home. Because
Absolutely.
I think for me, the most important thing is to get my product and to get my restaurant menu home.
You need this.
Because
If
then
you
you're always
cook,
thinking about it. Yes, isn't that good?
you like to cook, this needs to be in your house. I'm just telling you.
Someone came to me the other day and asked me if I'd ever tried that on ice cream. I said, what? My seasoning salt and ice cream?
So
I
you
said,
went
"Yes."
home and put it
I
on ice
did.
cream.
I
But
did.
yeah, you did.
It was great. Vanilla ice cream. Yeah.
Because that's what I would have done.
And I wanted to also mention, you have a nice selection of mocktails.
Yes, you
too.
do.
Yeah, so this is a cute little pineapple mocktail that I wanted to just point out.
Well, Katie, I think our restaurant has become the place that you go out for date night out, anniversary engagements, and so people come here, and a lot of ladies are pregnant.
Yeah.
So whatever you give them,
Yeah.
they can't drink. So
Yeah.
we came up with this idea of making
Great idea.
mocktails.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Chelsea, who's my manager and my director of operations, she used to work in the bar, and she's come up with a lot of these recipes.
love it.
So I'm really proud
And that's really a
of
thing
she's
now. A lot of
accomplished.
people have a lot more of those non-alcoholic options. You know, it's when we had Chris Costantino this morning at Rosalie,
Yeah.
when he was here earlier in the year to relaunch his restaurant, he talked about that how out in San Francisco and where he spends most of his time, the West Coast has become a very, very big thing.
Big thing.
Yes,
yeah.
So it's very
Yeah.
much in the moment right
All
now.
right,
So
Yeah.
good for you.
let's move along.
Let's
We've got
talk
a long
food.
way to go.
Foodie can. Here we go.
So the next thing that I like to do is I do a lot of calamari, and I have two ways in which I present the calamari. One is fried. My fried calamari is very popular because I use chickpea flour and rice flour.
Right.
But very few people do sauteed calamari. So I have taken calamari, I sauteed it with onions and peppers and sauce and seasonings, and so we're going to try that on little toast points.
Let's do it.
Which makes it really different. So we'll bring that over.
Grab
One
it,
thing I've
Katie.
noticed about you, Chef, is you are very creative. You don't follow the rules, do you?
No.
He's
I
a maverick.
don't.
He's a maverick.
Well, I'll
Chef
tell you.
doesn't like to follow the rules.
No, I'll tell you what, Katie. Look, I've never been to school. No one's ever taught me how to cook.
Never been to culinary school.
Don't have any culinary experience, and I don't have any degrees.
Oh yeah, no culinary
Right.
experience.
And I don't copy recipes. That's one thing that I will not do because I don't want to be
Wow.
influenced
Yeah,
by somebody else's cooking.
yeah.
Makes perfect
So
sense.
all of
I
my
love
food
it.
is created from
Yeah.
hard,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I'll tell you the way we're going to eat this
All right.
is, if you don't mind, you take some of this, put it on your toast point.
Okay.
So you can do that because I don't want my hands. I don't want to use my
Yeah.
hands. And then just get the calamari, put it on the toast point, and just enjoy it like that. Get all the stuff on.
Get it in.
Yeah, there you go. That's
All
it.
right.
Don't be
there's
afraid.
that.
It's almost like the bruschetta, you know. But
Yes. Yes.
There you go.
All right. Going in,
All right.
chef.
Now go all the
So,
way.
how has this been on the menu for a while? Is this a relatively new dish, or where
Yeah,
are we?
so it's relatively new. I mean, coming back to recreate the dishes that I created when I first started with Pali Pali in 2009. A lot of those items are on the menu, but I've got so many more exciting things that I never offered before, and this is just one of them. Because everybody does fried calamari.
Right.
So this is a way of introducing something that people don't have. I want people to come in here and try things they never had.
I would rather have this than fried calamari.
I would rather have this than fried calamari every single time for the rest of my life.
Oh, I'd love to hear that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
seriously.
Because this, my logo says the culinary journey. So if I'm not doing that, you may as well just stay home and make your own, right? I mean, you go out to eat because I'm going to give you something that you've never had before.
I mean, Ruben, isn't that good?
Mm-hmm.
Like, really? Like,
because you're tasting the calamari, you're not just tasting that fry,
Right,
whatever the
yeah.
batter is, and the oil.
yeah.
You're
I mean, that's-
actually tasting the calamari, yes.
I like it.
Yes.
So good.
Well done, chef.
Yeah.
Well done.
Okay, good.
I
Thank
love
you.
that.
All right, so we're moving on.
Moving
So
on.
look at this.
So also on the
Good
menu,
night, Irene.
Oh my gosh.
I
you
have
guys.
had to have the kind of the creativity to give everyone what they want.
Right.
So we do have now. I found a lot of the time we have vegans, people who are vegan, people who are
Absolutely.
vegetarian,
Absolutely.
Presbyterian as well.
Sure.
So
Get those
how do
as-
we
yeah.
accommodate all these people?
Yeah.
So we have to do something that's vegan to give people an opportunity. Because I'm finding more and more a husband and wife or a couple will come in here and one is a vegan and one is a carnivore. Well, where do they go eat?
Yeah, it's challenging. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I've created this amazing acorn squash, and I don't remove the squash from the acorn because I'm making a chili acorn squash
Yes,
with
sir.
vegetables. So this is 100% vegan.
Wow.
And what I've done is I've left the squash in the acorn as like the cornbread. So when you get the dish, you're going to eat the squash as the cornbread and mix it together with the chili
Oh, my
and eat it
goodness.
that way. So there it is.
Katie,
Let's have
grab
Bring
it.
Here we go.
So, Chef, a second ago you said, talking about some people are vegan and some people are vegetarian, and you said pescatarian.
Yes, I think I said that.
Because for a
right.
second I heard Presbyterian, and I was like, I did not know that they had a very specific dietary requirement.
Yeah.
They may.
Oh,
Shout
right.
out to our Presbyterian fans.
Yeah, right. There you go. So I'm
This
gonna
looks
just
incredible.
I
Though.
know.
It's beautiful.
So beautiful.
so I'm
Yeah.
gonna try to get the cornbread, which is actually the squash,
Wow.
on your plate for you. Okay.
I met Chef at the Wine and Food Week up in the Woodlands.
Yes.
Just a few weeks
Thank
ago.
you,
They
sir.
had their
Thank you.
big shindig, and I was just so impressed with your enthusiasm. It's a big room, lots of chefs, lots of food, tables of food, and Chef spent such a long time explaining his dishes, and he was just so excited about his dishes. And I don't know if you guys can see on the camera, but his face just lights up and his eyes just light up as he's talking about this stuff, and it's just so nice to see.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Katie. I've been doing this for over 40 years now.
Yeah.
So it's become a way of life. I don't even think about it anymore. I'm just so excited about
Wow.
watching people eat my food
Mhm,
and get so much pleasure out of
Well,
seeing
first of
them
all,
do
I
that.
love squash.
Yeah.
I love squash, and this is really something special.
Yeah.
Well done, sir.
Thank you. So where we were in Woodlands.
Yeah.
I remember I saw you walking past. You came back several times because I was repeating myself 1,000 times. Have not
Get more
explained.
food.
Yes.
Why wouldn't I come back?
Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it. And by the way, we've had so many people come by
Oh, good.
saying, "How was that?
Yeah, I saw you. That's
Yes,
awesome. Yeah. Shout out
So-
to Constance and Clifton McDerby and
Yes,
for
oh,
putting that on. They were
absolutely,
also
yes.
longtime friends of mine.
Yeah, you know that I won the 2013 Chef of the Year there.
Not surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, not surprised.
And that was a dish that we're going to have in a little while, which I'll explain. I'm not
Yeah.
going to do it right now. So we are going to have to move along because we've
Yeah,
got
move
to
along.
get through.
Foodie cam.
So I'm going to be quick and move on.
Sure,
Yeah.
I love the pacing.
We haven't even been through the lunch menu yet. So.
This might be the first two-part Foodies and Friends.
Yeah. So quickly, this next dish.
Join us
I
tomorrow.
love this dish because
Join us tomorrow.
this I call the Cape Town, the Table Mountain Filet. I changed the name and now it's called the Diane Sisters. And because this reminded me of Table Mountain in South Africa, which is like the 7 wonders of the world.
Very famous. Absolutely.
Yes, right. And so I started a brioche bun as the ground, and then I put filet in the middle as the
Good
mountain,
Lord.
and then the mushrooms is like the tablecloth. Because Cape Town, on a beautiful day, this mountain looks like a table, and it has just a cloud at the top. So that's why they call it Table Mountain, right? So that's what that is. And then I thought, well, I'm going to change the name, and I just love Princess Diane. So the sauce, the mushroom sauce, when you go and have the sauce, it's usually called a Diane steak.
Okay.
Diane. So I call it the Diane Sisters. And this is filet. This is filet on a brioche bun, which I'm going to cut.
And which menu is this on?
This is the lunch
HRW?
menu.
We're still
This
on
is
the lunch
HRW
menu. We're still
lunch
Yes,
menu.
we're still on the lunch menu.
Value, Katie, the value.
Yeah.
The value
Yes.
is here, you
Yeah.
guys. Oh my goodness.
That you have to have all items in your mouth.
Everything
Okay.
at the same time.
Yes.
I love that. No, because Ruben, how many times do we do episodes and I'm like,
How many
tell
times
me-
have I said, Katie, if I could just get all of these ingredients in my mouth
Yes.
at one time? I mean, that should be on a
No,
t-shirt.
I like the direction.
Yeah,
Because
sure.
I like being told.
Chef,
you know.
while we tuck into this and give it a little bite, for folks who aren't familiar, how would you describe the cuisine of South Africa? Is it a lot of
Yes.
diversity coming together, or is it a very defined?
Well, you know what? Let me share with you when South Africa was discovered that it had natural minerals
Sure.
in the land like uranium, uranium, platinum, palladium, diamonds.
That brought a lot of people in.
Oh yeah. So growing up, I was influenced by all these people coming in there with their cuisines and so on. So cuisines changed, and so it was influenced by all these 14 different African tribes, and so South African food actually began to be an infusion of all the European ethnic groups coming together. What I've done is I wanted to, when I got out the army, which was compulsory in South Africa, I decided to take myself on a 8-month trip to Europe with a little backpack on my shoulder. And
Yeah, we're good. Good.
anyway, skip this next one. Okay, so this is also on the lunch menu. This is our.
I remember this, guys.
So this is actually called in Portuguese. It's called espetada, but
Yes.
I called it Pendurada because it's hanging off a pendulum.
Perfect.
And by the way, it took me almost 3 months to create this pendulum.
How cool is that?
Cool.
Yeah.
So it took me. I had to send this metal rod to 3 places to get bent, and then I had to thread on it, and then find wood that will hold it without it breaking. So it was quite a process. So
What a great party item, party dish. I mean,
it's fun, it really is. So what I've done, I've got 2 items that I serve on here. One is chicken, and I take the chicken, and you're like to try it. The chicken is lightly curried with a sweet chili,
Yes. Thank you.
and it's put on the
Thank you,
skewer.
Chef. Thank you,
And then
Chef.
while it's cooking, guess
let's
what?
go.
Have you ever had guava barbecue sauce?
Never.
I am about to
We're
try
about
some
to.
guava barbecue sauce.
So I take
You said
guava.
guavas,
Yes,
right?
I take guavas, and then what I do with the guava is I actually add ketchup and Worcestershire sauce. Look, you're gonna have a little bit of
There you go. Good. Yeah. Everything goes
Yes.
into the bite.
You have to have all of that. I'm gonna get some for you too, Ruben.
Oh, I can
There you
smell. Oh, God.
Isn't that something?
Oh, my gosh.
I know. So this is what we call the chicken pendurada. Very popular dish. I have lots of other dishes, but this is what I put on the
HRW,
yeah.
yeah.
Isn't that interesting? Amazing flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Eating should be where whatever the dish I'm creating, like it's supposed to be a curry, but it's not an overpowering curry.
No.
I'll allow you to try all the other things that I'm putting in there, the guava, the
You still
chili.
taste everything, though.
That's
Yeah.
correct. Yeah.
It's layered.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can identify all the seasons where they are.
And I think the reason my food is so popular is because I'm not influenced by a cuisine. I'm not trying to be Italian or French or German.
Right.
Or
Right.
right.
Put
So
your own twist
yes,
on all of your world travels and experiences. And
yes. So
I love
I
that.
was telling you earlier that I decided to take myself to Europe when I was 19. Just got out of the army, got a little backpack over my shoulder, and I got a Euro pass to 5 different countries. And I was a sneaky little guy because I would stay in hospitals but didn't have money to eat.
Right.
So I'd go to little hole-in-the-wall restaurants like mom and pop places,
Right.
and I'd say, I'm hungry. Can you feed me? I went to Europe, right? I was hardly paying for anything because they would let me into their restaurant. And I got most of my culinary experience from all those times.
That's a great way to do it.
Yeah, and so a lot of that comes from them. Yeah. All right, so I think we're moving on.
Yes.
Item on the foodie can.
This is
Thank
on
you,
the
perfect.
dinner menu. Right, so we're moving into dinner. Oh, this is really
We
exciting.
made it.
I have been trying to get a butcher to cut my ribs. You know, when you get a rib, it's like a baby back rib,
Right.
or say Louis style rib.
On the rack.
I
Yeah.
have asked butchers, can you please cut down the middle so I can get little riblets?
Yeah.
No one wants to.
Not interested. Okay. It's probably a lot of work or something. I don't know.
I don't know. So I caved in and I bought this big saw back there and I do it myself. And this thing is like so.
Cut my own
Cut it
ribs.
the way
Yes,
you want.
yes.
That's so interesting that you can't find it
Yeah.
cut for you.
So
Yeah.
that's going to be unique, and you're going to try it right now. We can bring it over.
Let's go.
Okay,
Katie.
So Ruben, this is the dish I was telling you
Katie.
about. Yes, this is the dish that I am not a meat eater.
Oh, thank you.
I am not a meat eater. However,
I will tell you how this is made.
All right.
So first of all,
I eat this.
you have to realize that now that I've cut them down the middle, they're little bite-sized pieces.
Right.
I have here a bowl for your bones and also for your
Perfect.
hands to wash.
Got it.
Use
Here we
them.
go.
There you go. That's how you're supposed to eat them.
I know.
That's okay. So once I cut them, then I heavily rub them with the sweet barbecue and hickory. So you got to blend together.
Oh, I can smell. I can taste the hickory. Oh yeah.
That's happening.
And then I set it in the oven at like 600 degrees just for 5 minutes. I'm not trying to cook. Then I'll wait for it to cool down, sous vide it in the sous vide bag
Right.
for 2 days.
Right.
2 whole days.
Oh, wow.
So that's why they're just falling right off the bone. And then the kicker is the guava barbecue sauce that I'm. It's the same one that I use.
I mean, it's legitimately one of the best things I've ever tasted in my life.
Really?
So
I mean, it just
if this
is,
was,
yeah.
for those of you who don't know, if this was competition, what you don't want the meat is you pick it up and it falls completely off the bone. This has just enough cling to it.
Yes. But it's
You-
about to
you-
fall
It's
off.
about to fall off.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is perfectly cooked.
I can't even. I just can't even. It's just unbelievable.
There's going to be a shiny bone. I'm just
I
telling
mean,
you right
seriously, right? Like this really makes everything better. If you had a bad day, come get some of these ribs.
Come to the
now. And I'll tell you what,
table.
I'm not a huge barbecue sauce guy, but that guava thing
Yeah.
is happening.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to
It's
move these
beautiful.
over there because I know you want more.
Mhm.
I'm going to move them and we can.
Yeah, I'll just take them.
Every once in a while.
Katie
really
said
love it.
Katie wanted me to stop her from doing, something bad. So she said, please don't let me take ribs home. Ruben, you take them all.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Got it. Okay. So where are we? I believe we still have foodie cam. We still have our main cam. We may have lost the chef cam. But we're waiting. We're rejoining here. Is foodie cam still up? Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So guys, if we're having a little bit of a technical, just stay with us, and we will continue the festivities. Here we go. No, we're good. So when they say please stand by, that's what they're talking about.
So we started at
We're good. We're good.
3:08, right? So we got a 3:40.
We're good. We are good. Sometimes we get interrupted, but that's okay. We're Yeah, we're good. We're good. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, just, leave it alone. It'll come back.
Reloading?
It'll come back. Yeah, we're going to reload. All right, Chef, please continue.
All right. So the next dish, this is the dish I was referring to earlier. That one on the Houston at the Woodlands.
Look at
the
it.
chef of chefs.
I love it.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. I
I
love
need
it.
a spoon for that. Yes.
Okay, we'll get you a
So
spoon.
thank you so much. So, oh, there's one here.
Yes.
So, this is 4 layers. So this
Okay.
represents India. They came with the French, and then the British were colonizing the area, and then the Dutch were farmers. The French got a pastry crust, the Dutch got a mango beef chutney. And so when you eat this, you go all the way in, and you get all the way in. So you're going to taste a little bit of India. You're going to
All
taste a
these
little bit of
layers in
India.
there. Let's
Yeah.
go. Hold on, I gotta show the layers here.
Yeah.
You guys can see
This is
these
amazing.
layers right here. This is, yeah. Ooh,
Yeah, you caught a whiff, right?
really good.
Yeah.
You smelled it. Yeah.
So-
The aroma.
So in South Africa, when we make this dish, it's called babouti, but it's just plain ground beef with just a plain white mashed potato,
Okay.
a beaten egg that's put on top, and then just baked in the oven. So it's kind of really plain. It's that's more like a cottage, you know,
Or like a shepherd's pie or
shepherd's
something.
pie. Yes, like that. So I thought, well, how can I represent South Africa in a really good way? And I thought, well, why don't we represent 4 countries? And these are the countries that influenced me when I was growing up. So I would go to have vacations in December, which is the summertime there. I'd go to Durban, and there's lots of Indian restaurants there because Durban is like Miami. And the Indians decided that's where they wanted to move, and that's where they grow up. So
Wow.
representing India. And then in the middle, I represented Great Britain because they came and colonized the area. And then the French got the pastry crust. That's where we get all our French winemaking. And our wines are so far behind because, unfortunately, we
But
went.
I've had some really good South African
There
wine.
are, yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I really do have some good
Yeah,
wines, South African wines. So this,
Ooh.
okay, this is what I call one of my amazing crab cakes.
This is a crab cake.
Yes, and you know what infuriates me is when I go to restaurants and I order crab cake and I get bread.
Yeah.
I was
That's
just about to
it.
say,
Yeah.
that's why I don't order it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're going to get.
Yes, so I decided to make my crab cake a little interesting because I have a lump crab and a lobster
Oh, that's
and
good.
a fish called Kingklip all in this dish. So what you're going to see, I'm going to break it up for you.
Not
Go
your
ahead.
average
Ruben.
crab
Break
cake.
it up.
This is the clean fork.
Another plate? Yes.
Yep.
Clean fork? Yes. Okay.
You want to do
I
that?
will. I will.
The duties there.
All right. Can you see?
Yes.
There you go, yeah.
So here I'm going to do it from this side. Take all that off.
Okay.
And I'm going to show you. That's all fish.
Wow.
That's all fish there. Look at that.
Yep.
That's
All right.
amazing.
So I'm going to let you try it.
You said one of the fish is
Kingklip. Yes.
Kingklip.
Kingklip.
Okay.
Kingklip is a fish that only comes from the southern hemisphere.
Okay.
And what we got there? Okay.
Okay.
And it comes from 8 degrees south.
Okay.
It's a longitude line of 8 degrees south, and you'll only find it spawning where 2 oceans collide. So
Wow.
you'll be
Yeah.
the Indian Ocean, Atlantic Ocean on the southern point of Africa. You'll have the Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean on the South American side. So that's where you'll find Kingklip. And now this is also on the menu. This is the dinner
Hang on,
menu.
before you get there,
Mhm.
there's quite possibly the best crab cake I've ever had.
You're not just saying.
I'm not
that,
gonna-
right?
no.
Because everything
know.
everything I'm putting in front of you, you're telling me this is like amazing, the best thing, and I'm thinking,
I told
are you
you.
just
No.
like
I
being
told
nice?
you.
No.
I called him on the way here. I'm like, Ruben.
If I don't
Wait
say
until you
anything,
see
that's
where
when
we're
you get
going.
nervous. If I stop talking, it's a bad thing.
I'm telling you, right? Like, this place is ridiculously good, right? Like,
Thanks.
next time you're
That's
planning
crazy.
a dinner or whatever,
Date
this
night
is the
out.
place
So-
you need to go.
Yeah.
Katie was telling me this morning that, and because Katie has spent so much time on social media, I don't know how her thumbs aren't like in 2 little casts from doing all that work on the phone. But you were telling me how many people have been posting pictures
Oh, yeah.
of the lists
Oh, yeah.
of the restaurants that they want to visit.
It's so
if
cute.
Chef's Table is not on that list,
Yeah, shame. Shame.
No,
shame,
really, really. Use
Wait a minute, wait a minute.
HRW as your way to
Shame.
get there.
Shame.
anyone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Shame.
Shame.
Did we go over this one yet or no?
No.
We didn't go
So
over this one
so
yet.
this is the
We're just gonna
Kingklip.
look at it.
So this is the Kingklip, right?
Yeah.
So this
Ooh.
fish is very similar to sea bass, but it is not like a fish. It's more like an eel. It has a fish face and a fish tail, but it's kind of ugly looking. But does this taste amazing?
Let's do it.
And I put lump crab meat and lobster with a cream and I just here's a little lemon zest,
Yeah.
paper
Katie.
juice,
I'm getting
there.
I'm
wine,
getting there.
butter.
All the
I mean,
good stuff.
yeah. And so it's very similar to sea bass. Yeah,
Yeah,
love it. There
there
you
we go.
That's
Oh,
what
the
I'm
little
not-
bit of
You're gonna
spinach
have, yeah,
underneath.
you put on a bit of spinach. You're gonna have to take more than that.
Yes,
Take some
chef.
of the fish itself.
Settle down.
There you go. All right.
Is that not fish? That's fish, right? That
Yes,
little
yeah,
burned-
you
I
got
like the
it,
little
you got
burned
it.
areas.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
what I like.
There you go. All right, there. That's Kingklip.
Kingklip.
That's on the dinner menu.
Okay, this wins.
How big is the Kingklip?
It's huge.
Is it really?
Yeah, but it swims like an eel.
Okay.
So my
Yeah.
fillets that I get, I'm gonna say they're extending as large as my arm extends, my two arms extend.
Wow.
Right? So the fillets come to me like that on both ends.
That's a winner.
So that is the Kingklip.
That's a winner for sure.
Kingklip is ridiculous.
I would come here just for that dish.
Yeah.
Like,
It is.
not even considering everything else. I would come here just for that dish.
Pretty cool.
Is your day getting good?
Much
Ruben?
better. My day is
Ruben's
improved
day
100%.
is a lot better now.
You said that Ruben's had a day, but when he comes
So
in,
Ruben's had a busy day.
Oh,
Oh,
there we go.
Is this dessert?
You were a
yeah,
mad-
no.
mad
So that's
scientist.
brunch.
Mad
So this is what you
scientist.
serve. So this is Sunday brunch. Saturday and Sunday we do brunch here. Come on out. We do have mimosas, all that kind of stuff for Sunday brunch and Saturday brunch. But
Chef,
this
what is this? What is this called?
chicken schnitzel and waffles with candy bacon and a fried egg. But I do have to tell you that the chicken is dusted in gold dust. You can see the little dust on there. Why do I
can
call
see
it?
the gold.
I call it gold dust because it is Rice Krispies, Kellogg's cornflakes, plain kettle chips, and rice flour all blended together.
Is this
Let's do this.
real?
Let's
Is this
go.
real?
It's
This
about
is
to be real.
Oh
We're gonna have to
my
use a
God.
knife.
Remember, Katie, all the ingredients at once.
Yes,
Got
yes,
them
yes,
all.
yes. Okay.
Chef, I'm gonna let you cut that.
Okay, yes, this is
Yeah.
gonna definitely need
Get in there, chef.
it. Do you like egg? Because
Yes.
the eggs
I
are
do,
runny.
yes,
You gotta get
I
that
do,
all
yeah.
runny.
Okay.
over it,
Is
right?
this our last dish? Okay, yeah.
This is the last
Okay.
dish.
Last dish.
All right, I want the hot sauce for this one.
Yes.
I want
I'm gonna
chef
try
and
some.
Really?
put
You
right
really want to put something
Yes,
on?
I
Do
do.
I feel like
Yes,
you
I
don't even
do.
need any sauce.
No, you don't. But with the egg, maybe he might want to put some on there. But
Yes.
this has got Belgian waffle,
Yes,
and
sir.
what makes my waffle different from others is I use. Have you ever seen pearl sugar? It looks like a little pearl, and so when I'm cooking the waffle, I put little pearl sugars in there, so it's nice and crunchy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Of course, you would do something to the waffle.
Yeah.
The waffle cannot be just a plain,
plain.
ordinary waffle. I'm so impressed with the attention to detail. I mean, it's truly like an experience that you haven't really experienced at a restaurant. I mean, every dish, there's so much care, there's so much creativity, there's so much color.
If you say you had this somewhere else before, you're lying.
Yeah, I mean, this is really, really amazing.
Now, what happens? Look how the chicken puffs up. You
Yeah.
see that? When you put this combination of rice, Krispies, corn flakes, and kettle chips, it does something to the chicken. As long as you do is when you put the chicken on a low heat, it'll puff up like that.
Mhm.
So, I mean, a lot of the times you get a chicken breast that's been breaded and the chicken is so thin,
Yeah.
you know, because they cooked it too fast or they didn't give it enough time to really merge it. And cooking is like anything else. The more time you spend on it, the better it's going to taste. So, okay, so this is a hot sauce. I make this from scratch. I take every kind of pepper I can find. And
How hot is it?
no, it's not hot.
Good.
It's hot initially, but then it just goes away because
I have a new favorite dish.
the
Oh my
the
God.
chicken.
Oh
Katie,
my
get
God.
on there.
Oh my God.
Get in there, Katie.
I can't even. I mean, I
Get
don't
some
need
hot
sauce.
sauce.
I don't
No,
want any sauce.
you don't. But just to let you know
Okay.
that there is something else you can do here that's unique from anywhere else.
That's perfect.
And so you'll taste it initially, but the thing is, I don't want anything that I make there to overpower your dish. So it might it will be there, but it will go away. You know, because I
It's
want
really
you to
good.
experience everything on this.
The waffle.
Yeah.
I mean, it's such an incredible touch. It is. It's so good.
Yeah.
Do you sell these? Like, can I buy a bag of them?
I can make them for you.
Oh my
Yes, yeah, for sure. And they have little pearls in them, little sugar pearls.
Well, Chef, you have knocked it out of the park. I knew this was going to be a show like this. We're just constant discovery, new dishes.
Sticky Bobby?
we've got dessert, and then we're gonna
Okay,
wrap.
one more dessert.
Wait, are all of these items on your regular menu, or are some of them just new for HRW?
No, see, that's the thing. As I wanted to take things that are on my menu and not kind of give you something different. Because, people are going to come here and say, oh, that was amazing. And then they come back and it's not on the menu.
Right.
So it has to be on the menu, obviously. We've got to make sure that people
Yeah.
the experience. Because the worst thing that can happen, and I really hate this when I go to restaurants, and I went there because they had a dish that I liked, and then I go back there and they don't have it. I'm going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
And so, believe it or not, I learned this from McDonald's. You can go anywhere in the world and get a Big Mac, and you know what it's going to taste like.
Right.
And you're always going to have it.
Right.
And that's what we have to be in our business, consistent. Even with the supply chain the way it is, we have to be creative that we can always continue to have our product on the menu.
Yeah.
Right.
And so, I plan ahead for this.
Are these waffles the same on your brunch menu
Yes.
that they are here?
Yes, this is the brunch menu.
This is literally the best waffle I've ever had in my life.
Thank you. And you can get we have a fruity waffle where you get fruits with a strawberry cream and, like very English. Yeah. And then you can also I have crepes Suzette.
Chef, this is available at the restaurant.
Yes, it is.
Guys, get this.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Get it.
Yeah.
You need it. Wow.
It's
You know where we're going to be for the next couple hours. So,
Look at it.
got some dessert.
What's up, buddy?
Any dessert over there?
Yes, it's
or-
coming right
Oh,
now.
Okay.
All right, they should have it any second. Yeah, grab it.
I
Grab
can
it.
just keep eating some waffle. This is
pretty good,
basically
huh?
as good as dessert.
Yeah.
So, Chef, talk about
Right.
where we are. So, for people who aren't
Okay.
understanding geographically where we are right
Right.
now.
So we're
Rib.
coming from Houston.
Get it.
We are, if you travel up the Beltway to 249, take 249 to Luetta, and we're
Fire.
just east of Luetta in the Vintage Box Shopping
Is
Center.
that like not one of the best things you've ever had in your life? Like literally.
People are walking in off the street
We're feeding them. That's what we do.
that
We
are
feed
watching
people.
this on social media are coming here right now.
And then talk about, we have a dessert.
We
Yeah.
have a dessert. So this is, my dad was from Kensington, London, and my mom's from Australia. So this dessert is kind of modeled after my father because this